and I'm an author, an editor, and a book coach. And welcome to this week's episode of Inspired Writing, where it is my mission to bring to you all of the exact information that you need to get that book that you're writing out onto the page and finished, and also build the writing life that you are going to absolutely love. This week, we're going to talk about talent. Writing talent. What is it? Do you need it? Do you have it? I have students that come to me all the time and want me to tell them whether or not they have what it takes to be a writer, or they have the talent to be a writer. Like they want me to give them a passing grade or a score or a pass-fail. And that's not really my job as a book coach. But I do have students that worry about this. And so maybe you're worrying about it too, and whether or not you have enough talent to be a writer. So I wanted to do an episode on this to just talk about it for a minute. Because I have students that come to me all the time. I had a lady come to me that worked with me on a nonfiction project this year. And she was told in grade 3 by a teacher that she didn't have any talent and she should just give up and not become a writer. And that is a story that she carried with her in her head for the rest of her life until we started working together and we started letting that go bit by bit by bit. Another student that I worked with, he had a critique group do a critique of his writing, and they gave a scathing critique, and that can do so much damage. And he was basically ready to give up because he didn't feel that he had the talent to go forward and to become a writer. And he was completely embarrassed by this critique group and was super discouraged. And that doesn't serve anybody because we want all of your stories out there, right? So here's what I have to say about talent. For those of you who watched last week's episode, and that's where this subject came from, you'll notice I talked about the top 5 things that I think make a writer successful, or the traits that I see in writers, all the successful writers all the time. And talent is absolutely not one of them. But I'll tell you the things that can be taught and the things that can not really be taught. And then you can judge for yourself. Because what we really want to know is, when we ask that question, do I have enough talent, is writing something that can be learned, or is it something that I have to be born knowing how to do? And that is absolutely not true. You do not need to be born knowing how to write. That is ridiculous. The people who have quote unquote talent probably learned it earlier or learned it along the way and put that work in. So let's talk about this for a minute. So the things that we can teach as a book coach, or if you take courses anywhere, the things that you can learn as a writer. You can learn grammar, character development, you can learn story structure. There's a lot of things that you can learn about putting together a book. And if you're new to all of this, believe me, I can completely relate, because I come to writing and people come to become writers from all kinds of different backgrounds, which is really, really cool. And I was a business executive first, and I would have, probably been told many times that I had a certain talent for writing. And so I thought, well, I can write a book then, right? Wrong. So my talent that I developed over the years of being a business executive was about communicating. So yes, my grammar was decent, and I could put together great emails and story pitches in terms of, not story pitches, but pitches in terms of sales. And so there was a lot of things I could do with writing already. And still, when I came and sat down to write a novel, I realized I didn't know much about, I was an avid reader, but I didn't know much about it, and I had to go and learn. So there are a lot of things that you can learn as a writer, but there are a lot of things that I can't teach you. Okay. So if you don't have these things, then you are never going to be successful, but I bet you do. So the things that we can't teach and that you can't possibly learn: passion. You either want to be a writer or you don't. I talk to so many people that say that they want to write a book, and then their excuse is that they don't have time. But they're choosing to do other things, right? So if your excuse is that you don't have a lot of time and you're writing it slowly, cool. But if your excuse is that you've been wanting to write this book, if you ever just had the time, my answer is that you don't have the passion to sit down and to carve that out, that other things are more important in your life. And that's totally fine, but it's not going to get done. It's not going to get that book written, right? I can't teach you about your experiences, okay? So I can't teach somebody to bring their own experiences, or to tell them to go away and have their own experiences that to bring into a book. That's something that you bring to the table that only you can bring to the table. You bring your passion, you bring your experiences, right? So that one of the cool things that readers want is to be able to know what it's like to be somebody else, to walk a mile in someone else's proverbial shoes, right? So your experiences that you bring to the book is not something that requires talent. It just is you, right? It's not something that you have to learn. It's just there. You might have to learn how to bring that and how to put it on the page. But your experiences that you bring to that and your viewpoint and what you want to say about the world, that's all you. And the last thing that I can't teach you is your writing voice. I can help coach get it out. I can help you figure out how to put it on the page, the way it sounds in your head, maybe the way that we would talk if we were having a conversation. I can teach you how to do that. But your writing voice, the one that's uniquely you, the one that has your views, your expressions, your thoughts, your energy, your passion, all of that on the page is all you. And that doesn't take talent. That just takes you to take the time to learn how to put that on the page in a way that your reader's going to really connect with, like you were in the same room with them, right? So books can be a way to talk to. I mean, videos can be a way as well, but books can be a way for one person to talk to many people, and to express your views and to put that passion, your experiences, and your writing voice on the page. So if you've ever worried that you don't have the talent to be a writer, I want you to stop. First of all, I want you to know that you're not alone, because so many writers worry about this. They have fear, they have doubt, they have that feeling of being an imposter, like somebody's going to find out that they're not really a writer. If you're writing, you are a writer. So squash that down and focus on learning the craft of writing. Okay? Not about whether or not you were born to be a writer. If your interest level is there and your passion is there, you've got experiences that you want to share, you have a writing voice that you want to get out into the world, then put in the work, get focused, and get better with absolutely every single page that you write, because the world needs your story and they need it written from you. So if you want to get started right away on your learning journey and starting to build your craft skills, head to where you're watching this video or listening to this podcast, and there's a free download there that I prepared for you. So no matter what stage you're at with this writing process, whether you just have a book idea and you haven't even started writing, or you even have a couple of books out already, I've got the next steps that you can do to further your learning and to take your writing level up a notch. So look for that download there, and I hope that's super helpful. If you love inspired writing and you enjoyed this talk today and you got something out of it, make sure to subscribe to my Inspired Writing newsletter so that you never miss another episode. You can also subscribe to the channel on YouTube and or wherever you like to listen to podcasts. This Inspired Writing episode will be there as well. So until then, I'll see you soon, and happy writing.